The Department of Labor has found Standard Restaurant Supply in Salt Lake City in violation of child labor laws. The business is affiliated with the polygamous sect known as the Kingston Group, or the Order.
Fox 13 News reporter Lucy Nelson spoke with former members today who say they were not surprised by the news.
So if we don't speak out for these kids, then who will, right?
This is Luann Cooper.
I worked at least 10-hour days. No, I worked at least 12-hour days.
She tells me she started working at the age of 5 years old, making 25 cents an hour and overtime by age 15. She says it's something that was normal and expected for children in the religious and polygamous sect she grew up in called the Kingston Group, also known as the Order.
Then I dropped out of school and started working the night shift for their answering service. Not sure if I was the only person in the building or not, but it was scary and I was alone.
The Order was affiliated with the company Luann worked for back then and is also affiliated with this company here, Standard Restaurant Supply, which was found by investigators to be in violation of child labor laws, where 22 employees ages 14 and 15 were allowed to work up to 46 hours per week and shifts starting after midnight. The company being in violation of child labor laws, did that surprise you?
Oh, it was not a surprise at all. The part that was surprising is that it's taken so long.
Chanel DeRue also grew up in the group and says there was a culture of shame in the workplace, even as a 13-year-old working under the companies.
They try to make you feel responsible for building it up and for getting things done and for putting in hard labor, but then they also try to make you feel guilty for not being willing to do it for free.
I reached out to the company's attorney, Ryan Kingston, and asked if the children were related to the owners or were part of the Order. He did not respond to that question via email, but did send a statement saying, in part, essentially, Standard hires high school students for some positions who, in a few cases, were not following the statutory hours schedule set for 14 and 15 years old. The business owner was not aware of the violations. It's not the first time the company has been called out for having child employees. A lawsuit filed in September by former sect members describes one plaintiff working at Standard Restaurant Supply full-time while still a minor. The business is not a defendant in that lawsuit. Both Chanel and Luann say they hope there are more investigations into companies affiliated with the Order.
We need to speak out for these kids because there's nobody else speaking out for them, and they're taught not to speak out for themselves.
In Salt Lake City, Lucy Nelson, Fox 13 News, Utah.